Well, hello. This is your Jimodism on the Total Nerdery channel. Oh yes. And we are back into StarMade as usual, and today we will be preparing some more Empire. Yes, today as promised we will make the frame. We will make the huge frame of the city frame. So that's cool and all. Right. No time to waste. Let's begin. Now we'll select one of the least used blocks for the frame just to simplify removal. I think I have used very little pink advanced armor, maybe? I think I don't have much of. So we'll do that and stuff. And that's cool and all. Aha. We have some light issues. Oh well, it's normal. Never mind. Okay, so first of all we need to measure what the point furthest out will be, and we can do this by, let's see here. Oh god damn it. It's so annoying, I can't see the whole text and I can't drag out this window. Where is my custom resize windows? Anyways. We'll also use let's use some blue lights, no, green lights to outline. Okay, so this should be the point most to the side, and it is. Mass. No, it doesn't. There's one block that's sticking out even more. Mass. Oh, no, this is the one. This is the one. Length. Okay. I think we need a more unique color. Like black light or something. Yeah. That's... Now we have length measurement. And in such a case, this is, we'll begin with marking extremities, and then when we have marked extremities, we will make the box. And here we have, yep, this is width. Okay, interesting. That means we can build a little tower down from here. Maybe we can use black lights as well. Yeah, exactly. And then we can see, aha, it's, yeah, now we are one, this is now the lowest point of the structure, which is nice. So we have the lowest point and the widest point to this side. Then we can basically, because we have the lowest point to this side, we can actually use just black lights actually. That means we can start building this side. Now let's see here, width. Okay, so it's a bit further. Yeah, and that totally messed up length. Cool. Okay, so we're close to the length limit. Ah. So this is now at the same point as the black light we set before. Which means we can start building in this direction. Of course, we're working with pretty huge dimensions here. Okay, and if I put this down, we will definitely break the length again. Not by so much, that's surprising. Okay. Okay. There we have it. Huh. Yeah, now we have exceeded it by 1 block. Cool. We'll just make 1 safety block extra, I guess. Because we'll turn it. So. Then we can start building to this side. Now is the time you would like to have some from the depth system for building, so you can make a long stick super fast. But well, because we're placing down 50 meters every time, it's not even close. But StarMade building system is the best one right now. But I think we'll see a pretty nice building system from Skywanderers soon, though. I don't know if you have seen the freeform block they came out with, but the freeform block is a really cool way of building in voxel games. Really like it. And that totally breaks that one. But not by so much. Basically, if we just decrease by 10 or something, we can... yeah, this is exactly 1 outside. So we're getting a pretty huge box. And if you haven't gotten the idea, we will use this huge box there, and then we will replace the city layer by layer, and basically remove the blocks that can't be used anymore and basically replace them with blocks that can be used. So we'll check what blocks can be used, and when it's all been finished, or kind of, what should we say, finalized. Yeah, and when it's all finalized, we will simply select that block from within the city, and then we just replace it with another block that's similar in design. Now let's see here. Aha, there we have this spot. Because we have a good marginal, we should be able to just turn from here. And build the box towards the center. So we have a huge black light glowing little box that will help us replace the blocks, but it doesn't stop us from continuing building on the city. It's just a you know, a nice thing to have to basically make us yeah, get the city to a more what should we say, finished version kind of sooner, which is nice and all. Okay, or a compatible version, I should say. Yeah. that's what we're wanting to do. Why are my lights not blinking? Oh, maybe I think the logic is probably stopped for some time. Oh well. Now it comes to... well, we basically made most of the box. Now we just need to make the box in all dimensions. Make it 3-dimensional. From 2-dimensional to 3-dimensional. And now we're looking at height. Whoa! The height number changed. Okay, so 273. We'll just bring it, I don't know, over the turrets just because we want to be a bit, have a little marginal, just a little bit like that or something. Yeah. Doesn't hurt. Now, yeah, I guess we could use symmetry plane, but that's a bit risky. Just probably better to do it the good old way. When we go to a new area or a new corner, we just bring this with us to roughly the edge, and after that we'll just make it stick upwards. Of course we can't render the whole thing in, it's so huge. I believe my rendering distance is not set at like maximum or anything like that. Anyways, if you didn't know, when you right click on the brush size or build size, brush is a weird name. I mean, this is not paint or Photoshop, I should say. But anyways, brush or build size, yeah. When you right click on the build size number, it will change. And all. Now, what am I saying? When you click the build size number, it will decrease to 0. It's pretty neat. Okay, just like this. And then you can just hover over it and scroll. Super easy. By the way, with some help from with some consultation from Andy, I found out that you can actually increase the amount of undo times you have on StarMade to a much higher number. So I set mine to like 50. So I can click 50 times on the undo button, and you can't. Anyways, if you want to know how or something, if you want some guidance on that, I can make a tutorial if you like it. Yes, it's not that hard. It's just you need to go into the text file manual settings and stuff and change something. I don't remember right now, but if you can't find it out, I'll be happy to make the tutorial for you in the Gmodism style. Anyways, in one of the earlier Battlefield 2 videos, I asked the audience, that is you guys, what would be the great new silly name for the viewers of this channels, and we got some great suggestions, like really great suggestions, like Gmodders. That was a great silly name, but I did prefer the super nerdy minions. Just makes me think of these despicable yellow things I don't like very much. So it would be very unfortunate to have a name for the audience to something that I don't like very much. I think that would be kind of sad, so I decided that's a bad idea. But otherwise, Super Nerdy Minions is a really silly name. But if I did that name, I can't take myself seriously anymore. And that's assuming that I indeed do take myself very seriously. Oh no. Oh yes. I mean, YouTubers is very... You need to take yourself very seriously. We're not only playing games, we're playing games and recording it very serious. It's really funny though when like famous people, like music artists and stuff like that, suddenly starts to have a lot of open political views and sharing their political views and get asked about their political views and opinions on society, just like if there were some expert or something. No, they're not some experts. They can sing, or they can act, or they can cook, or something completely unrelated to politics. So it's really silly that you know, famous singers and actors get asked to advise about political views. They don't do politics. They shouldn't be asked about politics. They don't know shit. They don't know anything more about politics than you do. Why are they experts? Because they're famous, and that's really stupid. So that's weird. Of course, they can have another, you know, hobby beyond, but you know, of course, anyone can give advice about anything. But of course, I don't think people should be taking like artists' political or societal views more seriously than, you know, the average Joe and Jane down the street, so to say. Because, yeah, just because you're famous doesn't mean you're suddenly more smarter in all subjects. Anyways, I just wanted to say that's completely unrelated to my channel, and or not really. I talk about lots of random stuff all the time. But yeah, I just wanted to have a little long monologue about that, so I hope you didn't hate it. And if you did, you probably turned off the video, so I guess you won't suffer. Anyways, the huge box is made, it's complete, and it's huge, and it's a box, and yeah, we have a box. However, we can't see the entire box because it's so huge, and my game doesn't render in everything at the same time. I think we already have you know, 30 FPS, and if I render the whole thing in, I'm not sure I can reach any decent FPS. View distance is 1000. So what is that? Possible chunks possibly drawn. View distance. I don't really understand this. I don't know how big a chunk is in StarMade. Is it 8x8 or something? I don't remember. But that basically means that our view distance is huge if we have a very small thing very far away, and it's decreasing if we're around the city. That makes sense. It's a pretty good performance. Before, I think I just assumed it was some kind of meters view distance in blocks, but that's of course doesn't make sense because performance would lag around like crazy. So I guess it's yeah, just basically a decided amount of, say, disk cube. How many of disk cubes you can render at the same time. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I mean, that's what it says from my understanding. So I'm very sure that's how it works. But I could be wrong because I'm not a game developer. I'm just a making videos and stuff, tutorials about the games, not about making games. So take that with a pinch of salt. But anyways, yeah. If I increase that, let's just try to increase this to something high, like 10,000. Apply. Game crashed. No, I'm just kidding. Oh. Is it still loading in? Yeah, it is. Let's just go around the city and see if it deloads. I don't know, maybe I need to restart for this to happen. Or maybe it's already full of chunks, I don't know. Let's just set it to the default. I think my FPS dropped a little bit, but not really much. Maybe 5 frames or something. But on the other hand, I didn't see too much of a difference anyways. Oh well. That's the box anyways. And in the next episode, I believe we'll be working on something else. That's of course, it goes without saying. But I don't know if I will work on the next time while recording, or if I will listen to the audiobook, so that's why I don't know on forehand. But we'll need to continue working on this one. We also need to implement some new interiors and perhaps templates, and I also want to work on my templates pack. Anyways, I thank you very much for watching. This is, as usual, the Jimodism Total Nerdy channel, and you are the super nerdy, super nerdy minions. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Anyways, thanks for watching nonetheless. I'll see you around. This is Jimodism Total Nerdy channel, and I'm signing out officially. Bye bye.